In January 2024, I only got one lead in total from my content, and what everybody was talking about on LinkedIn and on other socials that I should do wasn't working for me. Now then I tested the double post strategy that I'm gonna talk about today, and as soon as I implemented it, I got 7 leads coming in that week, and it hasn't stopped since. Now the double post strategy combines YouTube with any other social media platform to get better results, and the best thing is you don't even need to have an audience already on YouTube to be able to use it. In this video, I'm going to show you what the double post strategy is and how you can implement it in your business to get more leads and clients coming in from your content, not just outbound or outreach. So if you're an entrepreneur, coach, consultant, agency owner, and you want to get more clients, this is one of the easiest ways that I've found to do it, so watch the video until the end. Now the first thing you have to realize is there's a difference between different platforms. So on one hand, you have the short form platforms, right? This is LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and they're good for attracting people, but they're not that good at building trust because short form can only take people up to a certain point. For example, Google did some research a couple years ago and they found out that for a prospect to buy now, where trust is the lowest that it has ever been between person to person, they have to spend 7 hours with you on 11 separate times in 4 different locations. Now what this means in the online space is they have to spend 7 hours watching your content on 11 separate posts or videos and also on 4 different platforms. Now if you think in terms of LinkedIn posts, how many posts would they have to read to spend 7 hours with you? They would have to read like 800 posts. So LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, they're good for attracting, not good for nurturing. You can do a bit of nurturing, but not that good at it. So for nurturing, what's better is the long form platforms. And these are blog, YouTube, and newsletter. Now you can pick any of these for your nurturing platform. On the newsletter, you have more control over the audience. On YouTube, however, the audience also compounds and grows itself. So depending on which one you choose, the path's going to be different. But today we're going to talk about using YouTube as a way to nurture the audience and to build trust. Now, why do you even need trust in the first place? I like an equation that I've come up with, and I don't know if anybody else has come up with it too, but it's sales equals volume times trust. So the more volume you have, the more people come in and see you, and the more trust they have you, the more sales you're gonna get on the other side. So if you have enough volume and you don't have trust, you're basically like an Instagram influencer that doesn't have sales, that's just doesn't make money. On the other hand, if you have a lot of trust but not a lot of volume, you're like a specialist or expert or something and getting a lot of clients from referrals, but nobody new is coming in. So we are generating volume with short form platforms, we are generating trust with long form platforms, and in the end we have convert platforms, which is basically your website or landing page or VSL or whatever to get people through the line. Now I only use 2 platforms, and that's LinkedIn and YouTube. On LinkedIn I already have a bit of an audience, but on YouTube I didn't have an audience before I started doing the double post strategy. So YouTube was basically dead when it came to lead generation or client generation, and LinkedIn was somewhat working. Now what I did is assign a purpose to each platform. So let me show you how. So right now I use LinkedIn to generate more interest into my offer and bring more people to me because I already have something rolling there. Something is already compounding, right? The audience is already growing. And then what I do is instead of trying to convert people already on LinkedIn, I connect them with YouTube and send them over to YouTube, and that way a certain percentage crosses over and I nurture them there, because here I have the long form content. They can see in depth what I know, what I don't know, and they can make a decision to book a call either on LinkedIn or on YouTube. Now what this also does is now each prospect that has crossed over has 2 touch points with me. So on one hand, I'm appearing on LinkedIn. On the other hand, I'm appearing on YouTube, which makes me a lot more memorable and makes them more likely to book a call and actually work with me. Now let's go in how I used each platform to generate the results I wanted separately. First, LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I committed to posting 7 posts a week. One top of the funnel post, which is meant to attract people. This is personal stories, very broad subjects, things that people relate with, and gets a lot of likes and a lot of traction in the LinkedIn algorithm. The second type of post that I did is 5 middle of the funnel posts per week. So middle of the funnel posts are the ones where I share my expertise. Here's where I talk about different tactics, talk about how you can use YouTube, talk about how you can use YouTube and LinkedIn together. So this video also, for example, is a middle of the funnel video. Now, in the end, I also had one bottom of the funnel post, which is just me sharing a case study or sharing client results and saying, we can help you with this and this and that. And you can book a call here. Now, while posting on LinkedIn, every once in a while, I also posted a link to one of my YouTube videos where I went in depth into a subject. The point of my YouTube videos was to take my audience from not believing I can help them to believing I can help them and eventually booking the call. Now, this is why you can already use YouTube to get more clients in, even if you don't have a YouTube channel yet, or even if you have a small audience, because the main purpose of YouTube at that point is just to nurture the audience that you already have on other platforms. So for me, I attract the audience on LinkedIn and I nurture them on YouTube, and I get calls from both of them. But eventually what started happening is a couple videos got traction. Now this looks like this. So a couple videos got 7 views in the first 3 days, but then once YouTube marked them as ranked videos, so it said this is good content, people want to watch it, it's interesting, it started recommending it to more and more people. And what this did is this video, for example, now that I have a mid-video CTA where I link them to my offer, just keeps getting views and it gives me free traffic. And a couple of these videos took off and started generating traffic on its own. So now I'm nurturing the audience that I already generated on LinkedIn. I'm also generating more audience already natively on YouTube, and all of that audience is moving through my funnel from top of the funnel to middle of the funnel to bottom of the funnel, and eventually booking the call with me. And it doesn't even matter if they started on LinkedIn or if they started on YouTube or if they started on any other platforms, because it's all interlinked. Now, by the way, if you're a coach, consultant, agency owner, or entrepreneur of any kind and you need help building your YouTube channel in less than 3 hours a month, we can do that for you, either through coaching or through a done for you service. And there will be a link below where you can book a call to work with us and learn more about the offer. But overall, the double post strategy is pretty simple. You just have to have a couple things in mind. First, platforms are used for different purposes. Short form platforms are different than long form platforms. One attracts the audience, one nurtures the audience, even though YouTube can also attract an audience on its own. To use the double post strategy, pick a short form platform. For business, it's usually LinkedIn. Post on there, build an audience. Alongside it, post YouTube videos and link them through to LinkedIn, so then the people can watch you on both platforms and they have a chance to watch long form content of you explaining a certain topic, and that way you build volume, they build trust, and in the end there comes sales. Now, the double post strategy is nice, but it's only actually about 50% of what you can do with it. I developed another strategy that focuses more on YouTube that got a red hot lead to chase me down and basically ask me 4 times to want to work with me before I even send them the Calendly link. It's called the video string strategy, and you can watch it here in the next video where I'll tell you what it is and how to use it. So I'll see you in the next video and have a great day.